Okay, let's see if we can connect the head and neck. I'm just going to select these two objects. Isolate selected. Got some. You shouldn't stretch faces out this much. Why are we doing that anyway? But I might take this object and just kind of smooth it out a little bit. If you need to, if something has to go that far, you need to like select some faces and extrude them out. You can't pull points that far. It's very uneven, bad topology. What I'm going to do is go to the Surfaces, Sculpt Geometry Tool option, hit Smooth, and then Flood, just to get this back to a more reasonable shape. I'm going to also, can I do Mesh Display in here? Shift right mouse click. Oh, Polygon Display, toggle backface culling. Okay. Yeah, it's still pretty extreme here. Let's put on Symmetry. Oops, it was already on. And just move these in a bit. Okay. Okay, that's looking more reasonable. I mean, you can add some of the detail back in there now. This one's kind of smoothed out, but it was too much. I might try to hit that once here as well. I think that's going to be a little bit better. There's also a seam down the center of the face, and I'm wondering, oh, that's just a smoothing thing. Okay, that's fine. All right, so back to the main point of this, which was the neck thing. Let's just now I might take out a face row or two just so there's some space here to, for the two to connect, because they were kind of overlapping before. I'm going to turn off backface culling on this as well. Okay, and let's just see how many verts are there. Display, heads up display, poly count, and 32, and 20. So we need to have the same number of um, points on the neck as we do on the head. So what I think I would do is probably, I might even take out another row here. Probably take this edge row, extrude it down, Control E, W, maybe kind of just move this down some. Then I'm gonna R for scale, flatten that out. Maybe I need to just angle it a little bit at this point. And then maybe I'll do Control Shift X. Maybe I'll add one loop in there before that happens. Let's actually isolate this head. Now I need to get this down to 20. So I'll start with that. So the way to do that is, actually let's see if symmetry is working here. It is. I'm going to do Control Shift X for the multi-cut tool. I'm going to draw this sort of the symmetry isn't working. Let's try to, oh, it's working on the front. Oh, it seems like it's working on the back. Oh, oh, no, it's okay. So see how I'm crossing over one to the next. Actually, I'm doing this backwards. Sorry. There we go. So those kind of form two sides of the letter A, and then I'm gonna cross the A, do the line through the middle, and then I'm gonna select some edges that are in the shape of sort of like, I call it looks like a child's drawing of a house in a way. Then I'll do Shift right mouse click, delete edge. And then what you get is these edge loops that kind of go back on themselves. So let's see what so we still have four-sided. So now we're at 28. So let's do it again. Control Shift X, here, here, there. Just make sure the points highlight before you change it. Cross the A, enter, edge, select the little house shape, shift right mouse click, delete edge. Okay, and what are we at now? And the thing to do is the ones that look like they're pretty close together. 24. I probably should just need to do this one more time. Maybe one in the front. So Control Shift X and enter here, here, and then oops, shift right mouse click delete edge. Whoops, what did I do? Shift right mouse click delete edge. Okay. And 20. Beautiful. Okay. So what I might do now is to get these evenly spaced, I might use circularize, which is this one right here, and then I'll use the twist to try and straighten it out a little bit that way, and then maybe scale it so it's flat and move it down a bit. Okay, so those points are now evenly spread. I do think these need to shift down, shift right mouse click, slide edge. I feel like this whole back thing could slide down too. Shift right mouse click, slide edge. Oh. I don't like how it's bending out of shape. I'm just going to scale that flat. Okay. Maybe this could come down a bit. Okay. And just to be sure it's perfectly symmetrical, I'm just going to delete half the face off. Whoops, I have symmetry on still. Just check that selection. Looks good. Okay, and front view, right mouse click vertex, very carefully just select just those along the center line. Double check my selection. Oh, missed this guy. Because yeah, that's probably one where I did the circularize, so it's not perfectly centered. And so move tools for W, absolute transform, you can hide and show this little interface from that little line. 0 in the X direction, enter. Right mouse click object mode, shift right mouse click, mirror options. Turn off cut geometry, turn on combine original, merge with border vertices, custom 0.001, mirror. Okay, looking good. Okay, now let's go back to where we had these two things isolated together. Probably going to take out one more row of the neck, just so there's a gap there to fill in. Those look already pretty evenly spaced to me. And let's combine these two. 1, 2, mesh combine. And select the edges and shift right mouse click, bridge. And there you go. And then maybe you want to sort of, you know, touch up this connection a little bit, you know, so it's a smoother transition to either making this one I think a little narrower, and or making this one a little wider. Oops. I didn't want to go all the way around just because of the edge loops don't follow through. Oops. There is a tool that helps you select edge loops like this. Anyway, you can work on that shape. I'll go ahead and save this for you. File, save scene as 2.